Hello, good morning, good evening, and welcome to Caterpillar's webinar series. So my name is Celia Arias. I am the marketing consultant for Caterpillar Global Mining based in Peoria, Illinois. I'm super excited to bring to you today a special topic, which is focused on MineStar Health Equipment Insights. A bit of background from the MineStar Technology Suite. Health Equipment Insights is a cost-effective and user-friendly data visualization and reporting tool. It empowers you to efficiently view, manage, and use machine data so you can make informed maintenance decisions that will help maximize the availability of your equipment. With me on this call today is Carlos Lazo. He is the commercial manager for MineStar Health for Caterpillar, based in Tucson, Arizona. Before we get started, there's a couple of housekeeping items that I would love to share with you. The screen in front of you today is an interactive tool, so feel free to navigate and explore all the buttons and sections surrounded throughout this presentation. For example, you can find more information about Carlos as well as myself in the presenter bio section on the bottom left hand of your screen. On the right hand of your screen, you will also find important documents and links related to MineStar Health Equipment Insights in the resource section available to download. So please take a peek on what's available for you. All right, so another thing that I'd like to express is safety. So now a word about Caterpillar's #1 value will always be centered around safety. Be safe, be present, and champion the power of everyone. Win the right way, be cyber safe. These are the values we live by, and not just at the workplace during working hours, but during the rest of the day as well. Please note that this event is being recorded and will be made available for viewing in the future. I realize that there may be dealers and customers or competitors attending today or watching the recording later. So just make sure that we don't share any competitive information that's sensitive. Basically, we don't want to be discussing today items such as pricing, discounts, and terms of such sort. And if you are an existing customer, please feel free to contact your dealer for any specific information you see today. Should you have any questions at any time during the webinar, use the Q&A section on the button on the right and type in your questions. Carlos will be taking a moment after the demonstration that he will be sharing today to answer a couple of questions. And towards the end, we will answer the questions that have been submitted throughout the webinar. You can also be sure to follow up via email as well. So now I would love to turn it over to Carlos Lazo to share with you some exciting updates and promotions happening with Equipment Insights. Go ahead and take it away, Carlos.
Thank you very much, Celia, and thank you everybody for being here today and listening to this webinar. Hopefully you can find a lot of information that will be beneficial for your operation. My name is Carlos Lazo, and I'm the commercial manager for MineStar Health Solutions in Caterpillar. In these presentations, we are going to talk about that solution called Health Equipment Insights, which is going to probably be a good tool to support your maintenance and repair capabilities and actions at your mine site. Let me go ahead and start with the presentation. You know that MineStar is the most comprehensive technology solution to support the operation of equipment in the mining industry. MineStar solution has or cover two different areas. The first area is related with productivity and safety, and we have several tools in that to cover that area, like MineStar Fleet, Terrain, Detect, Command, and Edge. But the other area that we also cover with the MineStar solutions is equipment management, and we are talking about MineStar Health. When we are talking about MineStar Health, it's all the different solutions that allows you to get all the information from your equipment, all the machine parameters, data, events, data loggers, and all the health information from the machine, and being able to capture that information to be used for a specific analysis and for condition monitoring of the machine, so you can take good decisions on what are your next steps with your maintenance and repair activities of the machines. So this MineStar solution, along with the additional services that Caterpillar and our extended network of dealers provide, give you the best options to help improving the operation of your mine site. So today we are going to focus on equipment management in MineStar Health, and more specifically on one solution that is called Health Equipment Insights, which we are going to see some of that in the next slides. Now, before we get into the details of the solution, I want to talk a little bit more about goals and challenges that your operation might be facing in your daily activities. And I'm talking about maintenance, repair, your equipment management department, who is in charge of keeping your machines running and active all the time. They are always looking at ways to improve the availability of your trucks. Normally, they will have some goals related to having improved availability or predictable availability. And also at the same time, they're trying to reduce the maintenance cost of the operation. When they get these goals in place, then this department will be able to contribute with higher productivity for the mine site. So they are always looking at preventing failures that can be leading to loss of productivity and costly machine repairs. And that's mostly how I will summarize the goals of the maintenance and repair department at a mine site. Now, this is not easy to do, right? I mean, those are bold goals that they want to achieve. And there are always challenges that these divisions are facing every day in this chase for achieving these goals. I want here your participation. So help me out now in the next slide here, where you're going to see a poll. Please help me selecting here the 3 most relevant challenges that you think your maintenance and repair equipment or department will be facing that prevents them from providing a maintenance and repair that will challenge them. I mean, the challenges that will preventing them from being more efficient to avoid failures and loss of equipment availability. You see here, I have a list. I mean, it is just a random list. And if you can select the 3 that you think will be the most relevant for a maintenance and repair department or a mine site, that would be very helpful, and we can analyze those results after. So I see there are some answering already coming in. I'll wait a few minutes for you to fill out these, right? But please select 3 of these, and I'm going to read through them. The first challenge is lack of analysis and monitoring of equipment. The second one is unexpected repairs. Then we have reactive repairs versus scheduled repairs. Lack of repairs prioritization, inexperienced maintenance staff, constrained shop capacity, and harsh operation conditions. So from those challenges, please select the 3 that you think are the most important that your maintenance and repair departments are facing most of the time. And I'll give you a few seconds here to provide the responses. And I'll see there is some more responses coming right now. So let's give it a few more seconds, and I'll go to the results, and then we can analyze the results from there. Okay, I think I have most of the participants now responding. Let me move to the results in here. Okay, so if you see here, I mean, the ones that are coming to the top is lack of analysis and monitoring of equipment. So the capability to do analysis of what's going on with your machines at any given time. Unexpected repairs, right? So how to get ahead of the game and being able to determine, okay, this is a repair that we'll need to do in the future, and let's schedule it before it comes to be an emergency, right? Reactive repairs versus scheduled repairs, kind of like the same idea, is being reactive to the problems than having all those activities already scheduled so we can provide a more predictable availability. And then the other one that I see here is probably the one at the bottom that says harsh operation conditions, right? So this is always something that impact the capability of your machines to operate for longer and with higher availability. But I mean, the ones that are highlighted here the most are the lack of analysis and monitoring of equipment and unexpected repairs. Now, how do you get to that point where you can analyze your data and you can schedule the repairs of your machines? Well, the first that you need is to have that data and have access to all the information that the machines are generating. So that's what I think it is probably the most the most difficult challenge that many mine sites are facing in the daily operation, is the lack of visibility to critical events, to alerts, and all the sensor information that it is very rich information that can be used to analyze what's going on with the health of the machine, what's coming into the future, and then getting ahead of all these issues and put it in your maintenance plan so they don't become a problem later, right? And this is where we want to focus on in this presentation today. It is one of the tools that is going to help you to overcome this challenge that you see in here and give you the right information for the machines to take informed decisions that will help in the efficiency of your maintenance and repair activities. But how do we start with this, right? The first point will be the machine being capable of generating all this information. When we are talking about Caterpillar machines and mining machines especially, the product that we have to generate this information is called Product Link Elite. Most of our mining machines and some construction machines today comes with this hardware already from factory. This is the hardware that is going to be collecting all the different information that is available through the different sensors of the machine and put it in the right format so it can be exported outside of the machine and used for a future analysis. Product Link Elite, as I was saying, is mostly available with, I mean, if you have Caterpillar machines that were built in the last 3-4 years, probably they are equipped from factory with Product Link Elite. If you have older machines, they might need an upgrade to Product Link Elite so they can generate the richness of information that is required for this kind of analysis. Then the second point here to start with this is you need to have a way to communicate and get all this data outside of the machine to a place where it can be used and analyzed, right? In this case, you will need a network to transmit the data outside of the machine. And for this specific portion, I mean, you will probably use your local network, and or you can use probably a cellular network. And Caterpillar has some solutions that can provide you we can provide to you, like the Caterpillar cellular radio, which will be capable of sending all this data outside of your machine through a cellular signal to a central location. Or if you don't have a cellular signal on your side, or let's say you are working underground, then maybe you can have like a local network, a Wi-Fi local network. And we also have a solution, a Wi-Fi radio that can be used for transmitting the data through your local area network. And you can also use third-party radios, right? You can use third-party radios that can be compatible with Product Link Elite, and that will be used with the same idea of making the data available so the data can be transmitted outside of the machines. That's the second point. Now you have all that data outside of the machine, and you need to receive that data in some sort of application or system that will allow you to easily visualize and analyze that information. That's where Health Equipment Insights get into the place, right? Health Equipment Insights is a solution that we are going to continue talking about for the rest of this presentation, and it will provide you with the capabilities to associate all this data, put it together, visualize the data in an easy, user-friendly format, and being able to do the analysis of this information so you can take the informed decisions for the maintenance and repair of your machines. So let me move ahead with a video that we have in here that will give you more details about the solution.
Imagine if you had convenient, intuitive access to your machine electronic data. If you could quickly and easily find the information you need to improve equipment reliability, reduce unplanned downtime, and prevent lost productivity and costly machine repairs. What if you could put the right data in the right hands at the right time? With CAT MineStar Health Equipment Insights, you can. Health Equipment Insights is an internet-accessible data visualization and reporting tool that gives you access to your machine electronic data from any web-enabled device. When combined with CAT Inspect, CAT SOS, or third-party fluid sampling providers, it will also visualize fluid sample and inspection results. Health Equipment Insights' intuitive, easy-to-use interface enables users to set up customized data dashboards using drag-and-drop widgets. This customization allows different teams within your organization to review the same data in different ways. Users can select the assets and level of detail they need with the ability to look at broad numbers for an entire fleet or an individual machine. We have recently transitioned to a new platform that provides a better user experience, increased reliability, faster response times, and access to more data than ever before. It includes a built-in map that provides access to machine location, event location, service meter hours, and cycle time data in segments. Dashboards can be saved and modified at any time, allowing your teams to save time and to be more efficient instead of recreating dashboards. These dashboards are also dynamic, refreshing as soon as new data is made available. The data in Health Equipment Insights refreshes at set intervals, so you can be sure that you're working with the latest numbers. Health Equipment Insights also enables you to specify your own unique target limits, so you can quickly determine out-of-compliance parameters and identify appropriate corrective actions. Our new time series function and data logger widgets give users a flexible, easy-to-use interface for accessing and analyzing large amounts of data from all available machine channels, with customizable limits to help quickly identify out-of-compliance parameters. Equipment Insights gives you access to up to 15 months of data loggers and trends, allowing for more complete analysis that drives more informed decisions. The new cumulative and utilization widgets offer faster, cleaner access to utilization data, and integration with CAT Foresight for condition monitoring streamlines communication between you, Caterpillar, and your CAT dealer for improved response times. With Health Equipment Insights, there is no need to download data and send it out in a separate email. The application provides a built-in functionality for automatic distribution of reports and data via email at an interval of your choice. If needed, data can also be exported in PDF or Excel formats. Your CAT dealer can even use Health Equipment Insights to send recommendations directly to you, including information about how high a priority the issue is, as well as relevant details and clickable links to supporting information that can help you make the best decision. Health Equipment Insights empowers your teams to efficiently access, view, and analyze machine data so you can improve your equipment's performance. And we're always upgrading it with new features and functions to help you get the most out of your investment. Your equipment is constantly producing data. CAT MineStar Health Equipment Insights gives you the tools to go beyond gathering that data and turn insights into action.
Okay, so that's the introduction to Health Equipment Insights. I think that's a really good video that shows in a nutshell everything that is most of the functionality that is available with Health Equipment Insights. But I want to highlight some of the things that you saw in the video. First, probably the most important part in here is that Health Equipment Insights is a cloud-based application. So you don't need to have special servers or hardware on your site to be able to use Health Equipment Insights. Your machines can send the data directly to the Caterpillar cloud. The data is stored in the cloud, and then with a web browser and internet, you can access the data from Health Equipment Insights with the appropriate subscription. Now, in Health Equipment Insights, you can visualize, as we were saying, all the information, all the electronic information that the machine is generating. It is what we call VIMS data, right? This is the vital information management system that Caterpillar uses. And this includes all the data loggers, include trends, events, payload information, productivity information, cumulative data, and all the information that in general the machine is generated through the different sensors that are equipped on the machine. Now, if you are using fluid monitoring, the fluid SOS analysis with Caterpillar, then that information is also integrated with Health Equipment Insights. And if you are using CAT Inspect for the inspection of your machines, that's also going to be visible in Health Equipment Insights to get an integrated view of your machines. The other part that I want to highlight in here is that Health Equipment Insights is user customizable. So we empower the end user to create their own visualizations and dashboards in the system. You don't need to have expensive IT resources on site to create UR report or to generate the kind of information that you need. The same user will be able to do it using the 40+ widgets that we provide in Health Equipment Insights, and sorting and using them as they wish to generate the information that is going to help them to do the analysis of the data that they want to see. So those are kind of like the highlights that I wanted to give you about this. If I would say, if you tell me, hey, what would be the easiest way to start monitoring data from my equipment, Health Equipment Insights will be that option. You can just connect the machine, you can activate a subscription, and the data is going to be flowing to you without any additional infrastructure locally. Now, going more into the details of how this happens, right? You see here to the left, what I told you, the Product Link Elite hardware on the machines is the one that enables all this data to be collected and be ready to be sent to the cloud for Health Equipment Insights. You can use a Caterpillar cellular radio, and in that case, the data goes through a cell signal to the Caterpillar cloud. There is nothing else that you will need in that case. If you have cellular signal on your site, the data is going to come to the cloud, and with a subscription, you can just go into the internet, connect to Health Equipment Insights with your user ID and password, and start analyzing the data. If you don't have cellular connectivity in your site, let's say it's an underground application, or there is just no signal on your site, then you can use your local network. It could be a Wi-Fi network, a cellular local network, and then through that, you can send the data to a local server and use a service in there that is called VIMS Forwarder that will upload all the data into the cloud for making this accessible for Health Equipment Insights. So that's kind of like how this works. And then if you see here at the bottom of this page, you see the models that we support today. If you see in surface mining and underground mining, it covers mostly all the machines that Caterpillar has available. We even cover some non-Caterpillar machines where we have developed Product Link Elite solutions for some selected machines. So all those will be covered and will be supported by Health Equipment Insights. And there is even some construction machines that supports the VIMS data and Product Link Elite and can also be connected to Health Equipment Insights. If you want to get more details about which machines are supported or if your specific machines are supported, I encourage you to contact your local dealership and ask them to review your fleet and determine which are the ones that are supported and what needs to be done on the machines if they need to be upgraded for some reasons for health equipment insights. Now, I was telling you that there is 40 plus widgets in health equipment insights that you can use, and you see here kind of like a summary of those widgets. You see all the productivity widgets, widgets that will show you events, time series, so you can see the information on charts for data loggers and trends, fluid widgets, inspection widgets, map, so you can see your events on the map and determine where the events are happening or where the productivity readings are happening at a given time, utilization widgets, and we're going to get more into the details of this when we see the demo, but just to have an idea, I mean, this is a general overview of the information that will be available through Health Equipment Insights. And this is kind of like how the dashboards looks like, right? So you create your own dashboards. Each one of these boxes is a widget that you can put in here that you can configure or customize to your needs and that you can accommodate as you wish in order to see the data in the best way that, that makes more sense to you for your analysis. Here you see an example of a map widget where that shows the events in the map. So you can determine where all these events are happening and see the correlation with that. Here is another example of some additional widgets that shows the actual channel data and the parameters, like I'm looking here at air filter restrictions, minimum, maximums for different machines, and then looking at all that information in a graph that gives me a timeline of all the readings that we are receiving from the machine for these specific parameters. But let me get more into this system, showing you a quick demo. I'm not going to be able to show all the functionality available in Health Equipment Insights, but would like to give you a little bit of an idea of how all this works. So let me share my screen here. And this should be coming up in a few seconds. And you see here, this is my main screen for Health Equipment Insights. I just sign in here. And you see I'm using a regular browser. I'm being connected here to the internet and monitoring all these machines. I'm looking at the information like the reported hours on these machines, the events that has happened on this machine in the last few days. I have here the top 10 equipments generating events. I have events that are happening per day, right? As I told you before, each one of these is a widget that you can customize, that you can basically use and configure your screen as needed. Here you see some trends, and I'm looking at air filter restrictions and boost pressure. So these are the different channels that the machines are generating. I'm looking at minimum, maximum on this period of time for each of the different machines that I have in my group. Then I have idle times, engine count, start counts, and finally I have here a map that I can zoom in to look at where the events are happening. So this is a dashboard that I created to be my main dashboard when I'm looking at machines. Now, what you see here to the left is the dashboard that I have created. There are some dashboards that's come preloaded with the system, and you see them in here, right? There are some dashboards that are preloaded. You can take some of those, one of those dashboards, and start customizing that dashboard as you wish. You can add more widgets. You can move your widgets and accommodate these in whatever shape and form you want to be more to what you want to see. For each of these different widgets, you can customize them here. You can edit the widget and change some of the parameters that are being part of that widget. Or you can add new widgets to this and configure the way you want. When you finish, you just save your dashboard, and that will stay in there. The next time that you come into this page, you will be able to see the same information here. Now you can also organize your fleet in group of machines, right? So you can create different groups, and you see here some of the groups that I have created in the past. But basically, this is going to help you to organize your equipment. So if you want to see some, let's say, equipment based on the machine model, and you want to see first the wheel loaders in a group, you can create a group of all your wheel loaders and then upload those into these dashboards where you're going to see this information for the wheel loaders. And then you can create another group for your mining trucks, and you can load that group into this same dashboard so you can look at the information for those trucks. And you can change from one group to the other when you want. And that's going to change the view that you have in here for the data that belongs to those machines that you are changing to, right? So this is very useful when you have to organize your fleet, or you have a larger fleet and you want to make sure that you are going to organize your data the best way possible for your analysis. The other thing that you can do in here is change the period of time that you are visualizing. In this case, I'm just looking at the last 7 days. You can go here and change, and let's say that I want to do a larger analysis. I can go here and apply 30 days, and now I'm visualizing the data for the last 30 days, right? Or you can give a custom start date and end date for the data that you want to visualize in here. And all this is dynamic. And this is what I was telling before, that we are empowering the end user to create their own views, create their own dashboard, and being able to visualize the information as needed for the kind of analysis that they want to do. Always remember, you can save your dashboard in here. You can put a name into your dashboard, save it, and then the next time this is going to be available in the same shape and form for you to use it. Now, you can also add additional widgets here, but for that, I'm going to go to an actual demonstration of a use case that we had in Caterpillar that will probably give you a little bit more of an idea of how you can take advantage of this system. So let me go here to another dashboard that I had. And basically, this is a situation that we have with a customer where we fail a motor drive on the machine, right? So the motor drive failed, and after the analysis, it was determined that one of the bearings on this motor failed, and that caused a catastrophic failure, and the entire motor needed to be replaced at that time, right? So this is an expensive repair, and it was an unexpected repair. So we wanted to understand what was going on and being able to monitor that situation so we don't get into that issue in the future. So what I'm seeing here, what you're seeing here is a dashboard that I'm going to put together to monitor that kind of situation. You see here these same machines, right? And I'm looking at all the events that these machines are generating. These are all the events that were generated in this period of time. But I'm going to add one more widget in here, and it is an event count. But in this case, I'm going to customize this widget so it shows me all the events that are related with bearing temperatures, right? So I'm going to find in here, in all the different components of the machines, where do I have these events that are related with high temperature on those bearings that are in these drive motors. And I'm selecting all of them in here, and now I have a new widget that I have added here that is showing me only events related with motor bearing temperatures, right? So from the 6,000 general events, 13 are related with this. Now, the beauty of Health Equipment Insights is that you can also go and you can always drill down into this data and do for your specific analysis, right? So in this case, I can click on, let me save my dashboard because I just added this new widget. So I'm going to save it. And now I'm going to go and click on my widget in here, and I'm going to get additional details. I'm drilling down into those events that the system is showing me, right? So this is uploading the data right now, and you will see that now it is going to show me here all the different events and in which machines that are happening. And I see that all these events are happening in one machine specifically, this machine here, number 22, right? Then I can go and click on this again, and I'm going to drill down more into what is the specific event that is happening in here. It's a high temperature for the motor bearing number 1. And then if I click on that, I also can go to the details on when these events happen. And you will see here the dates when they happen, and also some link to our systems that will give you more information about that type of event. Now, the other good thing that you can use here in HEI is that for all these widgets, you can always download the data, right? So you can apply this download. In this case, this is a chart, so you can download it in a PDF format. But then if you have a table kind of like a widget showing that data, you can download it also in CSV format or XLS format. So you can import this to your Excel spreadsheet and use it for future analysis. Now, continuing with this analysis, I'm going to go back to my dashboard, and now I want to see what is happening with this temperature of this bearing over time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another widget in here, which is the trends widget. And I'm going to add this widget, and I'm going to focus specifically, and I'm going to select the channels that are related with bearing temperatures, right? So I'm going to look for here, there is the channel that shows me what is the temperature of these bearings. There are 2 bearings in one motor and 2 bearings in the other motor. So I'm selecting, and I want to watch the 4 of them and see what has been happening on those over time, right? I'm adding that widget to my dashboard. I'm going to save again my dashboard so I can use it later. And as you see in here, now I have a visual of, and actually I'm going to enlarge this so you can see it better. I have a visual of this temperature for the 4 bearings, and I can see what is the minimum and maximum temperature for each of the different machines that has been recorded in that period of time that I'm analyzing. And if you see here, I mean, there are some that I highlighted here in yellow and red. I'm not going to get into the details of that, but before this demo, I created some settings in here, and I define these levels, these minimum and maximum levels for the temperature of these bearings that will trigger this alert to me so I can see them, and they can be more easily visualized when I see them here. So I see that these bearings are going outside of the limits that I have set in here, and maybe I want to go and get into the details of this. So I'm going to drill down into this data, and in this case, I'm going to see in a chart the temperature of these components. And you see it in here, and it is loading right now. That's the temperature. These are the 4 temperatures that I'm seeing. I'm going to maybe look at this in different charts so I can see them better. But I also want to compare these to my other machines. So I'm going to add my other machines in here. I'm going to apply, and I'm going to select again those 4 channels that I was looking at, the bearing temperatures. And then I will see the comparison of my machine that is giving me these issues with the others. As you see in here, that red machine, number 22, is the one that is going over the limits. Actually, let me zoom in a little so you can see it better. Yeah, that is going over the limits in here when all the others are well below the limits, right? So this is a good indication that tells me that this machine is behaving in a different way than the others, and there is something that I should do more investigation about. So what we did was to go to the dealership and the customer and recommended them to go and do an inspection on this machine. They took the machine to the shop, checked the machine, and what happened was that in the last PM, these bearings were not appropriately lubricated for this machine, right? So they discovered that situation. Then they went and did the appropriate lubrication, and they reported to us that they had taken care of the situation. So then what we could do here is go again to this same chart here and look at, this is the issue happened in these days that you see here in light blue. They took care of that situation in the next weeks. So I'm going to look at how these parameters look like after they take care of the situation, right? I'm going to look at that data now. Again, I'm going to select all the machines. I'm going to select my 4 channels in here that I have in a group to make it faster. And then you see here now that everything is under the limits, right? So everything seems to be showing good readings. And the machine number 22 now it is in good shape in here, and it is going in line with all the others. So this is just to give you an example of how you can use this. And there is a lot more analysis that you can do on the data. It all depends on what are your needs and how you accommodate your visuals in here to being able to do additional deeper analysis and monitoring of your equipment. So with that, I'm going to come back to the presentation and maybe take a few minutes for a few questions if we have some coming so far. Celia, if you can help me with that.
Yes, so there's a couple that have came in. So it looks like the first one is can you upload your own sitemap or link to a service such as Arches for road conditioning monitoring?
Yes, actually, that's a functionality that we just implemented in our last version of the system. You can submit your map to be uploaded to the system. Why is this important? We were using Google Maps. And in general, by default, you will see the Google Maps in the system. And you know that the roads on the system, on the mine site are changing every day, right? So the Google Maps is not always going to be up to date with the latest layout of the mine site. So now you are able to upload your own maps. You need to submit that to our support team, and they will be uploading that. It is available to see events on the maps today, and we are working to implement that also for the productivity information in the near future.
Great. It looks like the other question is, can equipment insights be used on not CAT machines?
Yes, there are some selected non-CAT machines where we have developed Product Link Elite solution for. I will recommend that you go and consult your local dealership to determine which are the machines that we have Product Link Elite solution for, and they can be registered for Health Equipment Insights and be visualized through the same interface that we are seeing here. We work regularly on Product Link Elite in the development of Product Link Elite based on the pull from the market, right? So it is probably going to be the machines that are most used and that we see in our customers. The competitive machines that we see in our customer being more used most of the time are the ones that we have developed solutions for, and we continue developing more Product Link Elite solutions for other non-CAT equipment, and we'll continue doing that in the future.
Thank you, Carlos. And just for the attendees to know, we'll continue Q&A at the end of our presentation.
Great. Thank you very much, Celia. So coming back to the presentation, I just want to give you some highlights also of what is new with Health Equipment Insights. So recently, we just migrated Health Equipment Insights to a new database platform called Helios. You know that when you are talking about all this information, there is a lot of data that needs to be processed to show this data that this information that I was showing you in the demonstration, right? When we are talking about data loggers, we're talking of one data point per second data, right? And then when you multiply that by the number of channels that a machine could have, let's say a large mining truck could have 200 or 300 parameters, accessing to all that data over time for a group of machines and for 3 weeks or 4 weeks, et cetera, is a lot of data that needs to be processed. So we migrated to this new Helios database to provide more data access at the same time. We are increasing the reliability of the system with this and providing better response time also to the user. The same happened with the error messages management. We just implemented a new system to manage error messages. Error messages happening when you lose your connectivity to internet for milliseconds, right? And all the data and processing can be lost at that time, and the information needs to be reloaded. Or there is a glitch that caused the data to not be available for a specific time, and then all that needs to be reloaded. All that is a new implementation that we have done. We have created a better management of those situations, so they are transparent to the user. In most of the cases, they don't see an error happening, and all this is managed in the back end. So you can handle larger amount of data at the same time, and also minimize the number of errors that you can receive from the system. And as I was telling you, I mean, the other big advantage of this system is that it's based on the web, right, on the cloud. So we are releasing new functionality every quarter. You see at the bottom of this screen some of the new functionality that we have released, new widgets for events, new widgets for trends and data loggers, utilizations widgets. We just released an integration with Cat Foresight. Cat Foresight is the system that is used by our dealers and Caterpillar to provide condition monitoring services. So if your dealer is providing condition monitoring services to you through Cat Foresight and you use Health Equipment Insights, you will be able to receive the recommendations that are generated by your dealership or Caterpillar and see it in Health Equipment Insights and interact and streamline the communication for these condition monitoring services. We just implemented the events alert, so you can configure the system so that when an event happens, an alert is generated that can be sent directly to a specific people at your mine site or outside of your mine site, right? These are some of the new functionality that we just implemented in the last few months, but we are always adding new functionality. And as I was saying before, we release all these new updates, and it is basically transparent for the user. They will just see the new function coming in there. They will go to the help section of the system and understand how to use it, but there is no downtime for installations or anything like that because everything is managed in the cloud. And finally, I just want to give you some good news about promotions that we have available for Health Equipment Insights. Hopefully, you can take advantage of this. We have our first promotion, which has been available for quite some time now. It's been a couple of years that we have been offering this. It's a 6-month free trial subscription for Health Equipment Insights. This is offered to all the machines that were sold on January 1st, 2021 and after. All these machines mostly should be coming with product link elite from factory and will not need additional hardware. So it is a matter of going to your dealership and asking for this free trial, and then work with your dealership for the agreement and activation of this trial on your machines. This can give you a good head start to understand better the capabilities of the system and experience the system yourself, and see how it can benefit your mine site application. Another promotion that we just announced this month is a 20% discount for the subscription to Health Equipment Insights for 12 months. This is a limited time promotion. It is going to be available for all the new subscriptions that are activated between February 1st and December 31st of this year. So I also encourage you to take advantage of this promotion. Again, if you need additional information about this promotion, just contact your local dealership and ask them for this promotion, and they will be able to work with you to determine what you need on your machines to start these subscriptions and work with you to get you going with Health Equipment Insights. And just to finish the presentation, and we have still some minutes for some Q&A after this. I just want to tell you that Health Equipment Insights is just one of the different products that we have in our MineStar Health portfolio. This is an application, and you see it here in the middle as an application. We have other applications that we offer as part of our MineStar Health portfolio. But not only that, but we also provide additional products that allows you to take the data from the machines, not only to Caterpillar applications, but you might be thinking about taking that data into a third-party applications or maybe your own applications, your own application that you are developing on your MineSite. We also have products that can support you on getting that data outside of the machine, putting that data in the right format and making it available so you can import that information to your specific applications. So independently on how you want to manage this data and how you want to analyze this data, Caterpillar can help you to achieve your goals in the health and condition monitoring of your machines. Let us know, please, what you need. Work with your local dealership to determine what will be the most appropriate solution that we can help you with to achieve these results and being able to enable your capabilities to monitor your equipment. So with that, I mean, that's the information that I have, and want to thank you again for all your participation. Before we finish with this, I mean, I just want to see if Celia has any other additional questions that might have come through this time.
Yes, of course. So there are a couple of questions, Carlos, that we can cover. Looks like we have a couple of minutes here. So one question that came in is, on what older machines can Equipment Insights be equipped with this technology?
Sorry, say that again, older machines?
Yes, what older machines can be equipped? Yeah,
mostly all the Caterpillar mining machines can be equipped with this technology. We provide a Product Link Elite aftermarket kit. So Product Link Elite is the latest ECM that provides all these capabilities that you saw in here. In some cases, when you are working with older machines, most of the mining machines will be capable of being upgraded to Product Link Elite. Again, if you want to have more details about your specific machine and what is required, I will say talk to your local dealership and they will be able to help you with specific information about what is needed in your machine.
Good to know. Is there a limit on the number of machines that you can monitor with Equipment Insights?
That's a good question. No, you can monitor as many machines as you want, right? I mean, you can create different group of machines, and it is a matter of how many an individual can process at a given time, right? If I see one of these charts that we were looking at in here with 30 or plus machines in there, I'm probably not going to be able to process all that information. So there are some limitations on the amount of data that can be shown on the screen at a given time. And most of the widgets support 30 machines to be seen at a given time, but it is not much because of the limitations of the system, but the limitations that we as a human has to being able to process all that information, right? Depending also on the kind of information that we are generating, if we are looking at data loggers, in some cases, remember, data loggers are one data point per second. And if you are looking at several channels and several machines at the same time, this could be overwhelming. So in those cases, there are some limits that you can only see 10 machines at a time, right? But that's depending on the kind of data that you are visualizing. In general, I mean, you are not going to feel that limitation because more limited, I think we are like, as a humans, we are more limited to the amount of data that we can process, and the capabilities that the system offers good enough for what we can process.
Great, thanks, Carlos. And is Equipment Insights only for mine sites?
No, it is not. So in one of the slides, I showed all the machines that are capable of using Health Equipment Insights and generate this kind of richness data. We started working with Health Equipment Insight for mining industry because there is where the machines works 24/7, right? That's the industry where this kind of analysis and this kind of like predictability is more required. So that's why MineStar Health Equipment Insights was primarily developed around the mining equipment and the mining industry. But if you saw one of the slides that I had before, there are some construction machines that can also be part of Health Equipment Insights and are compatible and will be able to provide the information for you to analyze it in the same way that we saw it here.
Thank you. And just one more question, if we can squeeze it in, that came in is, how can I sign up for my Equipment Insights on my machines?
Yes. So you see, I mean, I would recommend that the first step that you take is to go and talk to your local dealership. You can provide to your local dealership your fleet or the serial numbers of the machines that you would like to start working with in Health Equipment Insights. They will be able to tell you if those machines are ready to be connected or if they need any additional upgrade to be ready. And then they will work with you to determine what is required on the machines and also work with you on the subscriptions that is required for Health Equipment Insights. But I think, I mean, the first step is just go and consult your local dealership and start the discussions with them, and they will be able to support you through this process.
Great. All right. So it looks like we're getting close to time here. Well, all these great questions have came in, and one thing that we do want to express is Carlos and I would love to thank everyone for attending today and for your active participation on today's webinar. And also, we hope you gained a lot of great information with these new updates and exciting promotions that are happening currently. Again, don't forget to visit your local dealership to gain more information or to subscribe to Equipment Insights. As mentioned earlier, this recording of the webinar will be made available for future viewing as well, which you can easily access through the registration page that you signed up for. Again, I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time.